Hey, it's Jason. Thanks for joining me here at the Hardy Life Outdoors. This is my new YouTube channel, but I'm not new to YouTube. I've been around for over 3 years, have over 150 videos on YouTube, with a lot of them being pretty popular. I'm in the process of migrating things from my old channel to the new channel, so you're going to see a lot of that content come over here soon, as well as a lot of new content about all the things that I do outdoors. Check out the content. If you like it, please hit like, share the channel with your friends, and subscribe so that you know when new content comes out. I appreciate you stopping and hope you like the content. Thanks. I'll see you soon. By now, a lot of you have probably already seen my unboxing of the Rhino R150 blind, and you saw what a fail that was the first time I tried it. When I did that video, I did say I don't blame the blind for the difficulty I had in setting it up. It was on me that I didn't read the directions. I should have looked at them closer before I tried to set it up. Created a lot of issues for myself. Anyway, I did say in that video I was going to set up the blind. I'm going to hunt it a few times and give you some feedback on what I thought of the blind. So I am standing here at the Rhino blind that has been out for about 3 or 4 weeks. I got a text from a buddy of mine who was out here last week. Sometime last week, and he said, I assume you know by now that your blind is flat. So we had some pretty significant storms come through southeast Ohio about a week and a half ago. Wind gusts up to 60, and I had not anchored the blind. I had left it tucked into these pine trees, just assuming the pines would shield it from some of the rain and wind, and it wouldn't hurt it. So it was not anchored. I'm getting ready to set it up. We're going to take a look, see if it's got any holes in it, if it's got any damage to it. We'll just see how tough it is and how it held up. On a related note, when I bought this one, I bought another one and set it up on the other side of the property. The day before, we had some winds come through there, but it was the day before the big storms were coming and the heavy winds. So I had checked the blind 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Everything was fine. The next morning I came out after I hunted about 10 a.m. I did a walk around and it was gone. I assumed someone stole it. I looked around, couldn't find it anywhere. Made a circle around the area in my side-by-side, couldn't find it anywhere. Finally drove on over the hill in the direction I knew the wind had been blowing. I found it upside down in our swamp, probably 250 to 300 yards from where I had it set up. So it had tumbled that entire distance. It had not collapsed. It was, all I had to do was pull it out of the swamp and set it up right. And got in it, took a quick look around, not a single hole in it. So I was pretty impressed that the thing had tumbled as far as it did across the field with no damage. So we're going to check this one out and see how it did here in the pines. It looks like it just collapsed. Let's set it up, see what it looks like, and then I'll take you inside and I'll give you my feedback on hunting the blind. I have hunted it quite a few times, and I'll let you know what I think of hunting the blind. So let's check it out. So from the looks of it, it's just folded itself up. There's one side pulled out. There's that side. All right. I'm obviously inside the blind here, taking a look around. I don't see any damage. I don't see any damage inside. There are no holes. All the poles are in good shape, and this blind did pretty good. If the wind got it, it collapsed the sides, but it didn't damage it. So let me talk a little bit about things I like about the blind, what my overall feedback is on the blind. You know, part of what they advertised about the blind was silent closures, how it all came together, and how quiet it is. The entry has a couple clips on it that you use to open and close the door. They are quiet. They take a little bit of, you gotta almost spread them a little bit to get them to go onto the pole. But for the most part, it's a system that works. It closes the door up tight. You don't have to worry about any daylight coming through the back, and it is quiet. The screen system is, it velcros up the sides. So if you're inside and you've got it closed up and you've got the Velcro on it, you really don't have an option, and it velcros across the top. You don't really have an option here to have, it does not velcro across the top, my mistake. There's some hooks here that hold it up. There we go. So I've got the screen in place. It is velcroed across the bottom. You can unzip and you can lower the inside so that you're just sitting behind the screen, and it is a shoot through screen. I have not shot through it, to be honest with you. The idea of shooting through the screen makes me nervous. I know a lot of the blinds are designed for that. I've not done it. It just makes me a little bit nervous. So what I did when I hunted the blind, I took all the hooks off the screen and I lowered it down. Here on the edge it's velcroed. I just unvelcroed it so that I could lower these and set these however I wanted. I do like to have my front opening it closed up and be able to just lower it enough to shoot. I found I was able to do that. Here in the middle there's a zipper between the two sides, so you can unzip this. You can actually have one side open really good and close the others. When I'm hunting out of a blind, I like to have it mostly closed up, so when I'm sitting in it, there's no daylight. I can sit in the back and it's really quiet. But if you want a 180 view, you can undo this other side. You've got another window just like this, completely open, and you give yourself a full 180 view. I'm going to go ahead and open it up. So each of these has a little plastic hook and a loop. That's how you fasten these. It's really nice and quiet. But if you want a 180 view, you can set it up like that and you got a full 180 view. You can see through right now. The door is open. Real easy to close that door and keep some of the daylight out. There's a few other windows in there. If I wanted those windows open, if I wanted to see out the sides, I could do that. But again, where I was sitting, I was watching out this direction. I didn't need visibility on all sides, so I liked having it open with really just the one side. I had that other side pretty much closed up, and it worked real well for me. So I'm going to go ahead, take a quick break here, move the camera inside, and give you a view of what it looks like from inside. Okay, we're inside the blind now, and you can see, I'll give you a quick look at the 180 that you've got in here. I actually really liked the visibility I had out of this blind. I felt like the windows were just the right size and they were adjustable enough that I could easily adjust them to see the area I wanted. I wasn't worried about the windows not opening enough and possibly having to shoot through, with my sight looking out and my arrow possibly shoot through. So I was really pretty happy with the blind. From a size standpoint, they advertise this as a 3-man. I don't know how you could possibly get 3 guys in here with their gear. I come in, I set down a fanny pack, I set up a chair, and I take up half the space. I guess if you wanted to take a couple kids hunting, there'd be room in here, 2 adults and a kid, but 3 adults, this would be really crowded. I would not want to have 3 adults in here. So You know, this is the view from inside. Again, all in all, I really liked the blind. Here's, you know, let me see if, okay, here's an inside view at these windows. There's a little loop up here. I can hook that loop. It's got a zipper. I zip that right up. And it closes up that part of the blind really well. So it can close it up, giving me just a view out the side if I want. So, you know, all in all, my impression is it's pretty good. Let me go back outside and we'll wrap this up. Okay, so my evaluation of the blind, you know, on a scale of 1 to 5, you know, there are a few things I would like about some adjustments on the windows, but for the most part, you know, I don't really see a reason not to give this blind a 5 out of 5. Very durable. I told you the other one tumbled 300 yards and no damage. This one I found flat and no damage. I find it very huntable. I find it, now that I figured out how to set it up, it's pretty easy to set up, pretty easy to take down. And you know, the reason I bought this blind was it was inexpensive. So I didn't have to worry if somebody stole it. I didn't have to worry if it got damaged. I had a blind that I didn't have too much money into. So Rhino 150R gets a thumbs up for me. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and take this thing down. You can watch it come down. And if you haven't seen my other video of unboxing it, check that out. I hope this was helpful to you. I hope it was interesting. If so, hit the like button, share with your friends, and subscribe. We got a lot of other content around the outdoors. So keep in mind, outdoors is always in season. Right now, it's hunting season. After hunting season, we'll have sawmill season. We've got trapping season. We've got shed hunting season. Lots going on outdoors. So let me take this down and pack it up. There we go. Packed up, ready to go. Have a good hunt.